Hapa.
What does that mean?
That is what the Hawaiian people call half Asian people. Because they were mixing and indigenous with the Japanese. So if you are half Hawaiian and half Japanese, they called you Hapa. And then just now, anybody who's half Asian, we've adopted that term Hapa.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like a comedic play on a term that is it.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
not
know if it's
considered
comedic, but it's like literally what they call people. They're like,
right,
oh,
but
you're
it's
Hapa.
not
Derogatory.
right.
No.
Okay.
No. And it's so funny because I was like thinking that the Hawaiians, because you know, some that are like so
Can you talk in?
like
Yeah,
so
C, D. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to get. We basically have to eat
Okay.
the mic, so you can move
Oh,
the table like
okay,
much closer
perfect.
to you
um
because our audio is like our.
okay, got it.
Our
Oh,
jam.
there.
So we just want to make sure you can hear us, we can hear you.
Hello.
I was wondering if any of the native Hawaiians were going to call me out, and because
Yes.
like some will be like, no, the other half is those are for like natives, but nobody has. And I
Okay.
have like indigenous Hawaiians following me on TikTok. So
Good.
I'm like, okay.
Well, I think too, it's one of those things where it's all about the respect and the love too, and honoring. And you're a natural healer, and for the communal good. So
I love that.
Are we ready?
well, yeah. Let's do.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go and just go hit bud.
Will you mind closing that door?
Nope.
While you're there, I'm sorry.
Don't go with the headphones.
I know, right? I was like, and that's
That door kind of sucks. So you really
Because of the
got
It's
thing.
fine. It's
Mine
fine. You
too.
can just leave it like that.
Okay.
go live.
All right, Kira, we should be going live on TikTok right now.
And because you're moderator, it'll just pop right up.
Yeah, and you don't have to do anything because you're already a moderator on the
Mystic
platform. So just text me when you see us.
Hello. We're live today. All right.
I brought you guys here for a seance.
Thank you.
Oh.
Do you know I was really upset because when I was in the hospital with my mom, how many opportunities I had because I really want to be in an elevator and somebody look at me and say hello and I would be like, you can see me.
Oh my god.
Like just
like a kid.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it like a kid.
No, I was just a grown ass adult. But I was like,
That would be funny.
And it just like, the opportunities like were there, but they weren't because
Right.
because I have to be really good
Yes.
actor and like pretend like I'm not there, but I can't.
Right.
Like people walk in and I'm like, hi.
Snaky's gonna be your
Severus wants to say hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Severus.
Giving you a brub. It's
Oh,
inappropriate,
I
sir.
know.
Yeah, just grab her too.
Yes. Okay, we just met. Wow.
I mean, you can tuck
I'm
him.
wrestling
You
my
can
arm.
tuck him down in
No,
that.
it's okay.
It's,
My God,
Okay.
we're jammed in this space. Okay, all right. So
All right.
Kira's good on the moderator.
We got a
So we're good.
moderator over there. Hello, everyone. We are live. Oh, Rebecca. Good. I have another moderator on here.
Fantastic. Okay.
Fantastic.
Hello, Rebecca.
So just tell them to go to the website, Rebecca.
I was gonna say you should or we should. How do we want to? This is all new. We're just here doing the thing. Kristen, do you want to? Are you leading us in a quick grounding thing?
yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Earth, air, fire, and water, we call to you. And we cleanse the space and bring forth our intentions for today's live with Kim, Rachel, and myself as we're accessing parts of our subconscious and connecting with spirit in perfect love and perfect trust.
And so it is.
And so it is done.
All right. So, okay, so we are on the Hapa Healers TikTok. Thank you for sharing your audience with us.
Yes.
So
And I know
exciting.
they're happy because, like I said, I keep trying to go live, but it's so, life be lifing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yes. So hopefully we will get an opportunity to do some Q&As as well as some readings. So Kira and Rebecca, if you just want to take note of who's joining and names and all of that, we can get to that towards the end of the live. And
Yes.
on YouTube, same goes for you guys. Whoever joins, please stick around. We'll do some Q&A
And some readings.
yeah. So
Let's welcome everyone
Yes.
first. We should probably do a clap just in case. just for the masses.
I feel like that's fucking ridiculous. I have so I can't. I am like, how are you gonna clap while
That has nothing to do with your ability.
I feel like they're
to
connected.
have
I
rhythm.
love how she says that is
Girl's got-
absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Got no rhythm.
I love
Okay,
it.
I know you think that it's just a clap, but it's actually
Okay.
way more challenging.
Are you ready? We're gonna clap on 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Like how are you gonna do that?
No. It's more challenging when it's not you're not here. I don't know. There was an episode where we clap so it like streamlines the video for when we record our podcast as we normally do.
So we can sync up the audio with the video.
Oh,
because we
got
have
it.
2 cameras and
Right.
it's a whole thing because
Right.
we have these lovely humans that help us that I have no experience doing any of this. So when you have to clap in sync, I suck at that. And then it
It's
became
her favorite.
it kind of turned.
And then now you have that story in your head, and now every time you have to clap, you're like, oh my god.
No, it does. I'm like 43 years old and
We
struggling.
were in here the one day, and our intern Shane just looks at her and he goes, I don't mean this to be like rude or anything, but do you have any musical experience?
Oh my gosh.
And the answer is no, I don't. So thank you.
great.
Yeah, I told my daughter she needed singing lessons, and she got offended, and I was like, you love to sing, and all I'm saying is you have to learn how to use it correctly.
Yes,
You know, people
Totally.
well, you can literally lose your voice.
you have talent.
Yeah.
You have to hone it. You have
Yes.
to hire Krystyn.
Yes.
It's one of my other
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
voice coaching.
I
Yes,
teach
she needs it.
vocals, violin, and piano.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. I love
All
it.
fun.
Synchronicity.
Do you want to get in on the Welcome to Two Mystic Mamas intro that we do?
We're all gonna say it together.
Okay.
Have you heard it?
I have heard it, but I don't know it well enough.
Okay, well if you get in on it,
You do.
you do.
It's all right.
Okay.
All right,
Shall we welcome everybody?
we shall.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Welcome to Two Mystic Mamas.
Welcome to 3 Mystic Mamas.
Welcome.
We can do it again now, and you can join
Okay,
it. Okay.
Got it.
Are we going 2 or 3 though?
We're going 3.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome.
I thought we were going to 3. Wow, you.
I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Okay, take 2.
Here we go.
Take 3.
Okay.
Shall we welcome everyone?
We shall. Yes.
Here we go.
Welcome to 3 Mystic
No. No. See.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
It's exactly the way it's going to be.
Take
Kira,
4.
are you excited?
Okay.
Welcome to 3 Mystic Mamas.
Woo!
We got it.
We got it.
On
We're
4
here for
takes.
it.
Hello, TikTok
Hello,
world.
TikTok world. Welcome.
All right, so we prepared some questions for you, Kim.
Sweet. Let's do
What's
it.
your favorite color?
My favorite color is purple.
Okay, love that.
It used to be black for a very long time, and once I became a Reiki practitioner, it's insane because you would never catch me in like a hot pink dress or like a green shirt and green shorts, or black. It was black, 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 and that was just me constantly trying to protect myself. But now that I'm an intuitive healer, purple, because it keeps my crown chakra open.
Well, I was
Love that.
going to say, we talked a little bit too when you came in about auras and our ability to see auras. And, you know, purple is one of those colors that shows people's connection to their intuition, their psychic abilities. So do you feel like that, you know, can you feel that presence in your own aura?
Yes. And I can definitely feel like when I'm off too. And that's why when I do, you know, the meditations here on TikTok, you guys, I pay attention to the colors that I see.
Right.
And when people are meditating, I'm like, pay attention to the colors that you see, because that is how your guides are talking to you. And I try to tell people too, colors are just frequencies. Like we as humans, we have to see color. And that's why they say like red, orange, green. That's just where the light and the frequency are meeting. I was like,
Totally.
when you go to heaven, names are all made up. Like when you go to heaven and you're like, where's Archangel Michael? Because I want to see him. They're gonna be like, who? And it's like, oh, where's the frequency of protection? Oh, that's over there.
The blue bubble.
The blue bubble. Yeah.
Well,
the gold guy.
100%, because I've had this conversation with my daughter too, and I'm like, the only reason that you know that an orange is called an orange or an apple is called an apple is because somebody told you.
Yep.
At some point, somebody assigned that name to that object, that feeling, that person, that emotion.
I cannot tell you how many times as a young child, I grew up in a house where my mother spoke Korean, my father spoke Mexican. Oh my God, I swear to God, I know they speak Spanish. What the fuck just happened? My father is Mexican, but he speaks a Spanish, not Mexican.
Yes.
And I'm getting old. This is what happens and I say, I'm not claiming that, but it's a fact of life. As you get older, your mind, like your memory, words don't come as easy. So, and English, right?
Yes.
So I always would have those thoughts. Because it's like, that word is this,
Right.
word is la palabra in Spanish. You know what I mean? And I was like, who said, like, this is book? This is toilet. And because that's what I said. And then, you go to these other countries and it's completely different. And I would always have those thoughts like, who the fuck made this shit up?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who made this shit up? And everybody just went along with it. Like, okay, toilet. Okay.
Language is
Shit.
wild.
Okay.
Do you think in all of the different languages?
I think in English, and it's funny that you say that because that's what my parents say. Like my dad growing up, he would do the bills and he'd be like 123, 125, and he'd start counting in Spanish and I would laugh and I go, why do you start out in English and then you always end up in Spanish? And he's like, because I think in Spanish.
Yeah.
My mom's like, I think in Korean. So, and I understand what they mean because when I'm trying to say something in Spanish or Korean, I think of it in English, translate it into that language, and then the output comes,
Now, do you dream in English or do you dream in other languages?
I have dreamt in other languages, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I was telling Rachel, I don't dream.
I was just going to.
I have visions. All of my downloads happen when I'm awake. So like when I'm meditating or like through hypnosis, I was like Greek in one life and it was like fascinating to just see myself speaking in Greek and I had no idea what the fuck I was saying. I was just watching like, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I was like, that's so cool. Look at me go.
So that is, I think, a perfect segue into the main topic of today. I'm sure we're going to go down some rabbit holes, which also reminds me we should have a timer on somebody's something because we might just...
I think, I can see the time from here, so it's like 12:04.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so we keep kind of like a roundabout idea of where we are.
Yeah.
Roundabout. So we're talking all things Akashic. Now, you are a spiritual guru when it comes to like different modalities and how you tap into doing different things. And, your viewers and followers on TikTok also know you for your meditations that you do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but Akashic is also one of your talents.
Yes.
So,
yes. And thank you. I'm like, guru, I don't know about all that. But,
I mean,
yeah, but learn, like I definitely have a lot of modalities that I use. And I think with somebody who has a lot of extra energy and problems paying attention, I could not have asked for a better job. Because every day, like yesterday, I had a mediumship reading and then 2 consultations. Like today, I had a Reiki session and then a podcast. Like it's every day, it's different. It's never the same. Like some days it's mediumship, sometimes it's Reiki, sometimes it's, like I said, just a reading, asking a bunch of questions. So I love it. And then the Akashic Records also, like I do Akashic profiles, which I started yours. We got to get that done. But yeah, the Akashic. And it's so wild because in my session this morning, it was a Reiki session, but on her root chakra, a lifetime where she was this lady has been like a freedom fighter in every single life. And it's crazy because on her root chakra, I saw her like in the desert. And I was like, it was almost like you were Moses, but not the sea. You were like in the desert and she was planning to help all these people escape. So what she was doing, she was a man, and what she was doing was making her way across this desert. And right now she's struggling. Like she was like praying to Allah. Like I could see her like, Allah, like, why are you making me do this? Because this is a strong, healthy man. And he's barely making it across this desert. And he's thinking to himself, I got to get elderly people, children, like all these people across this path. Like I can't even do this. Like what is happening right now? So like, I was like, that's literally where your soul's at in another timeline right now. And you need to start talking to him and encouraging him because he's like calling out to his God, his higher power.
Right.
I get to her sacral chakra And on her sacral, I see her as a little boy in like a dungeon, like really poor. And he ends up growing up and becoming a politician, you know, and like speaking for the people, like, and, you know, being that type of person. So it was like a rags to riches, like, so on the sacral, like creating. So I was like, and then when I got to her solar plexus, it was wild. It was like she was laying there floating and her spiritual team was like literally operating on her, and it was like she was a computer. They were like taking out like certain things, like programming that's not working, and like reprogramming you.
That
It was
so wild.
it was wild.
Had she ever had Reiki before?
Mhm. Her
Fascinating.
last session, which was about 3 weeks ago, I hardly had any notes. They were like, just remove this, and tell her to slow down. And I was like, okay, because she's going after something very ambitious right now, and I'm not going to say what it is because
Sure.
it's really, really ambitious.